Good morning, everybody. So today I'm going to show you how to actually pounce a whole painting. And this is going to be a quick study, so pay attention. So I'm going to take my pouncer, also called a lifting tool. I put the felt on there, spray it with alcohol. I'm going to put on a little bit of aquamarine, and I'm going to do a little pond and reflection just to give you an idea how it works. So you don't always just pounce, we can actually paint with the pouncer. So I'm just bringing it up to my palette and smushing it around and getting it nice and juicy and covered. So I'm just going to smooth on a sky. Look how pretty that is. See, I can just go back and forth. And if I go lighter on my pressure, it'll make some nice beautiful streaks, and I'm going to bring it down. I'm using photo paper, by the way. And I'm going to bring it all the way down. This is going to be a blue and green, basically, painting. So see how it's graduated? Now I can add a little bit more aquamarine to my pad, because I want it to be a little dark on certain spots. I can't really manipulate it if I don't have enough ink on there. So again, this is all dry now. I'm just going to go back and forth. And I'll let that dry. Now I'm going to go back again and let that go back and forth. You see how it's getting darker and darker? So that works really good, doesn't it? All right, so we're just going to bring that down. Now I want to make like a pond or something like that, a little water. So I'm just going to pull down. Look at that, instant water. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the pouncer again. Let this dry out a little bit, and I don't want it to be exactly halfway, but I can manipulate it by sliding back and forth and manipulating where the pond will be, and maybe a tree up in here or something like that. So, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just pouncing some more, getting some value in there, because I can't lift off if I don't have any ink in it. So don't be afraid to do both. Smear. Look at it, looks like clouds. As it goes down to the horizon, it gets a little lighter. Look at that, all with a pouncing tool, not any control really. Okay, I like that, that looks good. Let's touch and pull again. Make that hypnotizing looking water. Bring that up. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yep, I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna hold this and just pull, because I'm going to make horizontal strokes. But look at that beautiful sky, and all I did was use this tool. I'm going in with a clean applicator. I'm going to spritz it with alcohol. And now I'm going to use a little, I'm going to go with a little meadow. I'm just going to put it on the side of the pad. See that? Little dots. Now, because of the texture of the pad, you can see in the little dots, it almost looks like a tree. So when I hit it on here, it's going to have a very nice look. And then I can kind of go sideways, so it's not too much of an area. I would say I want a big tree here. And maybe some more trees and some bushes. Go on the side. Because being that it's empty here and not having too much of a problem with control, as it dries, you come back and do it again, and now you're making depth to your tree. This is, like I say, a quick study, but you get the idea on how the pouncing tool works, the lifting tool. Okay, let's make some little bushes here. Okay, that looks really pretty. Maybe there's a little hill in the background. Let's just make a little hill. Just pouncing out an oval. See how it's fading away? That makes it go back. It pushes the area back. If I put a lot of texture in there, it's going to come forward. So that's how you make some distance. And then I'm going back into here and reinforcing my dark. So that works really well, don't you think so? If you want to, you can use other colors like, well, that's meadow. This is bottle. That's a very dark green. Let's put a little dab of the meadow on there just for fun. It's very dark, so it'll give me more contrast and bring things forward. And I'm going to use the side. See how dark that gets? And now this pops out like the sun's hitting it. So you can play around with this, but this is just a quick study, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to do. Okay, so now that's done. Let's get a little fun, have a little fun now. So I want the light to be coming here, so now I'll take out my brush. You don't have to, you could even use Q-tips and such things, but I just want to lighten up in here, clean out my brush, wipe it off. And all I'm doing is adding little drops of alcohol. You see how you need alcohol on there to make it work? You can even blot, and it gives a little bit of a little texture, a little softening. You know, see how it goes back, but there's a lightness there. I can add yellow to it, it'll brighten it up. I can do that. Let's just do it for the heck of it. See what I mean? It warms it up. The sunlight's coming this way. Let's just put a stem in there and how I would work that. Some trunks and some stems. So I kind of follow the lines that the painting gives me, and I'm just using a liner brush with a little black now and just going with the lines that I'm seeing. And then I'm seeing this little branch come out here in my mind. And see how pretty that is? Look at that. So we'll have your trees and bushes have a little personality. It really is nice, and you can work and wiggle that in and wiggle that in. So I think you get the idea, but I want to show you now. Now I want to show you how to work on the water. So we got this beautiful, soft, hypnotizing water at this point in time. And I want to put a little bit of ripples so it doesn't look just horizontal. So we'll make the water go back a little further. So I'll take my blending tool again, and I might pull it up a little bit more. See how you can go back and forth, you're never stuck. And I'm just pulling up and down. And maybe I want it a little bit closer here. Okay, so now I'm gonna just take horizontal lines. I want people to go back into the painting. So first of all, I'm gonna put a little highlight back here on that water. That makes you already go back. Now I'm just gonna put lines, like little ripples on the water. And I watch the bottom of my paper so I know to keep them straight, but I want them to basically bring you out here. So I'm stepping you and I'm directing you where I want you to look. That's very important. Be the director of your beautiful art. Okay, so this is, like I say, I'm not going to get real tweaky. I wanted to show you how you did a pouncing and how you can soften and how you can manipulate after you pounce. But look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And you could take this, you could put a sailboat, you could put anything in here. And I just want to get a little highlight again. See how easy it is to reinforce? You can pull down again if you want. Just wiggle it back and forth. I'm using a little aquamarine. I'm just going to put a drop up there. And you can put a little shadow underneath your little waves. And little dark waves. And walk it back. As the waves go back, they get thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. So, but you see how that's pulling you into the picture? Maybe a little wave underneath where the land is. So you can do whatever you want. You know me, I can't stop noodling around. And just kind of put a little texture to it. Because the water isn't sitting still. And I'm just going to lighten up in here a little bit again, because that's what we do. The other thing you can do is, if you're so inclined, if you didn't like your sky, you can always add a couple of clouds with alcohol. Let it sit. 1, 2, 3, blot. See how that makes a nice, beautiful thing? You don't want to leave it on too long or too little because it'll move too much. So 1, 2, 3, blot. Look how beautiful that is. So you can start making it a little more striking of a cloud. And again, down in here, let's say you wanted that a little lighter. Blot. And if it doesn't blot well like you want, just do it again. But see all those textures in between? It looks like real life, right? Okay, so one more thing I'm going to bring to your... Add more leaves if you want. close up because I want a little more texture. A little of the bottle. Do you see how this whole area came forward because I added the dark areas come forward? You can even put a little bit of that into your ocean or a pond or whatever it is, because the whole painting comes together this way. It's kind of like cooking. You want things to go together well. You're not going to make spaghetti and then turn around and have, have sweet potatoes with macaroni or something like that. You want it to be harmonious, and the same thing with your painting. So I hope that helps. Okay, just for fun, let's throw a bird in the sky. I don't care what the color is, I'm just looking for value. Turn the birds. Put one way back. Put their wings in different positions. All right, so I think you get the idea on that, how to play with the pouncing tool. And it's a constant back and forth. Bringing that dark down here again. See how that faded? Yeah, you've got to go back and forth. All about the layers. And just bring it right into the... So anyway, hope that helps you for how to use a pouncing tool in a couple of different ways, and then manipulating from there. Okay, till next time.